Yo, starting off with a little voice clear there. Episode 2 of the KP podcast. Don't really know how to start it. Don't think I'll ever know how to start it. And we should probably rename it to the Late Night Podcast because I swear to God, it's always like nearly midnight before I start recording it. Anyway, I hope you guys are all going good, I suppose. I don't know. I don't really care. It's going to go off this episode because I'm just as tired as last week. However, I didn't have any beers today, so that's progress, I would say. The drink of choice tonight is what is it? It's a cup of tea. I think it's English breakfast, though. I'm going to say it's English breakfast. You know what? Irrelevant detail. Point is, if you hear me take a big noise, it's probably me drinking a cup of tea. Anyways, I, for the first time in a while, actually wrote some notes as to what to talk about, very short notes, but I wanted to start off telling you about this Eftpos thing that happened at work, because holy shit, it was such a pain in the ass, but I thought it was funny as fuck at the same time. Basically, one of our Eftpos terminals at work stopped working, and this happened back in December last year. Now, I tried to, I made some calls to the various companies. And I was like, hey guys, we got a dud terminal here. Can you help us fix it up? And they were just like, oh yeah, sure. Do this, that, this, that. And this took like a day to work out that, hey, it's actually a hardware issue, not a software issue. Very exciting, I know. But I was like, well, I don't know how to fix any of that shit. So you can send out a technician, please, and they will be able to fix it for me. And that'd be awesome. And they go, like the bank that we're with, they go, oh, we actually don't have technicians. Oh, really? You don't have someone who can come out and just fix an Eftpos terminal? And they go, no, but we got someone that could install a new one. And I was like, great, I'll take a brand new one. So they sent this bloke out, and he came out, and he took the old terminal off, let us keep that for some reason, and he put the new one on. But key detail is he did not change the cable that connects the Eftpos terminal to the computer. Now, I didn't give a shit at this point because we're in like the busiest period of the year, and I just wanted to work, and it worked. So props to him. But over the last few weeks, dating the episode here, but over the whole of February, we had on and off issues with it. So the same terminal. So I just said, we're not using this one. We'll get someone else out here to fix it up. But then I had a brainwave. I'm like, wait a minute. The guy from last time who put the new terminal in and didn't change the cable, he gave us a new cable. Maybe that's what's wrong with it. So I'll just chuck the new cable on, easy peasy. So I came to work one day and I was like, before we even open, I'm just going to quickly take the terminal off, switch the cable out, and Bob's your uncle. And I went to try and get it off, and I just could not work it out, okay? It was like, I'm like doing everything I can think of, and I'm like, there's got to be some trick to this. Like, there's no way I'm pulling this off right now without breaking the whole thing. So I look around on the machine, and I notice that at the bottom, there's actually a little, key hole thing, and I'm like, oh, it's locked onto the stand. It makes sense, but I don't have any fucking clue where a key might be. So, call up the bank, and I'm like, yeah, man, just calling from where I am, and I just need, I got one of your terminals here, but I just need to know if there's any way I can override the key part. And now that I'm saying that right now, it sounds sus as fuck, like, oh yeah, I'm just calling from this place, and I just need the terminal to come off the machine. So is there any way I can trick it? And they obviously say no, there isn't, because there isn't. And I said, okay, well, is there any chance you could get someone out here with a key? No, wait. I arranged to get someone out there with a key, but the point is, I asked them, is there any step I might be missing, assuming it was unlocked? And they said no. You need the key. I'm like, okay, no worries. So we arranged to get someone out here with a key. And that's great. Easy fix. And they go, yeah, they'll be here by Monday. I made the call on Sunday. They're like, yeah, they'll be there by tomorrow. I'm like, oh, that is so awesome. Cool. Anyways, Monday rolls around and I'm on my lunch break at this point, but the courier arrives with our items. It's meant to be one key. And I came back from lunch and my counter team's like, oh yeah, that guy from the bank came in and here's the stuff. And they gave me 2 cables to the ANZ machine. Oh, I just dropped the bank. Irrelevant detail. ANZ. Cool. Anyway, they gave me 2 cables for the Eftpos terminal. I looked at them, I'm like, great. I already have a cable. Where's the key? And they said there was no key. Now, let's be clear. You could give me, and this, I had to keep this all contained, by the way. And I appreciate my team for helping me out, but this courier guy, or whoever organized this, Jesus Christ, dude, you stuffed up. Because it doesn't matter how many cables you give me, the thing is still locked on the stand. Right? So, that's okay. I ring them back a few days. I rang them back a day or 2 later because on that same call I made the first time, we arranged a second job to get someone out there with a new key because the person I spoke to over the phone said that the stands had, unique keys. So each stand had its own key. And I'm like, well, that kind of makes sense. No worries. Send out someone with a new stand. We'll disable the old one and you can give us the new one. And that'll be pretty dope. And, okay. So I'm waiting for this new job to come in. And my boss comes up and he goes, it's taken way too long. Call them back to confirm the date. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue with you. I'll just do it. So I jump on the phone and I get in touch with a new fella from the bank. And I'm like, yeah, man, we've been ringing back and forth a bit here. I just need you to double check that this job we've lined up for Friday is actually coming. And he goes, what job? Oh, not the words I wanted to hear at that point in time. So I ran through the motions with him. And I'm like, yeah, so we're from this store. This is our address. This is all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I had one job finish on Monday. And I have another job lined up for Friday. And I just said, is that actually correct? And he goes, oh, shit, lose my mic. Sorry, technical difficulties. He said, the Monday job was done, but there is no Friday job that I can see. As of right now, you haven't got any pending jobs. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I said, well, obviously, in my mind, I'm like, obviously this guy doesn't know any better because he's fresh to the situation. That's fair enough. But I said to him, oh, look, that's okay. No worries. We'll just arrange to get another key sent out. And he says, what do you need that for? And I explained the situation to him, we need the key to unlock the terminal. He goes, but you already have one. I said, well, no, we've misplaced it. He said, how'd you misplace it if you got it on Monday? And I'm like, brainwave, ping, 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 ping. They think they gave us a key on Monday. Now I'm getting pissed. Give me a sec here. Now I'm getting pissed. Because I didn't get a motherfucking key on Monday. I got 2 cables. Okay? You might as well have not even turned up. Anyways, I ran through the motions with him again, humoured him because he's new to the situation. You got to be gentle on him. That's fine. It's totally cool. But I'm getting pissed. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? We don't have this key. And he says, well, someone signed off to say that you got a key and a cable. Oh, man. I was just like, well, unfortunately, that's not the case. And he goes, well, you got to find the person. He gave me the name of the person who signed for it. And he goes, you got to get in touch with them and see if they have it before we can organize a new one. And I'm just there bro, I don't fucking want to do that, but I did it, okay? I parted ways with the good man with all the positive information, hung up the phone, picked it up again, dialed my co-worker, asked them, hey, did they or did they not give us just 2 cables? And they go, yep, just 2 cables, nothing else. There was no key, there was no anything else, just the cables. I'm like, great, that's what I thought. You know why I thought that? Because that's exactly what happened. But to humor them, I had to hang up. Anyway, ring him straight back. Different person picks up the phone. Woo-hoo. Now, this guy, he was an absolute legend. I'm not talking smack about the guy before. He didn't know. But this new guy didn't even need me to run through the motions. I just said to him, hey, dude, I need a key. And he goes, yeah, sure, man. Tomorrow. They're coming. Whoa. Seriously? Tomorrow? And he goes, yeah, man. And you know what? They actually came. How cool is that? Now, the crust of this story that I've been running along with way too long for happens now. The person... I turn up to work at midday because this is a Thursday now. And I have the night shift, so I'm working till 9. I turn up at midday and I ask my teammate, hey, did anyone come with a key yet? And they said, no one's come in yet. I'm like, it's all right, the day is young. 3 o'clock rolls around and storeroom gets in touch with me to say, hey, there's someone here with a key for you, Kaleb. And I'm like, thank Christ. Thank Christ. The man with the key is here. And I said to them, they said, what do you want me to do? And I go, can you send him out here with the key? Because I want to make sure that it works. Because there is no way I'm running through all this crap again. The guy comes out. And who is it? Other than the man who put the stand on way back in November. The guy who we first dealt with at the start of this story. Now this asshole walks up to me with the key dangling around like a carrot on a stick. And he goes, what do you need this for? And I'm just trying to play nice. And I go, well, the Eftpos thing's locked on the stand and I need to put a new cable in. So could I have the key, please? And he goes, you don't even need it. Oh, what? I said to him, well, sure, I need it. They're locked onto the stand. And he goes, dead set, oh, yeah, I know, but when I put them on, I never lock them back on. Oh. What? I looked at him and I go, what? And he literally just walks up to the machine, flips it up, and there's this little motion that he did that I didn't even consider because I thought the machine was locked on and secure like it should have been, and he just flicked it and the thing fell off. Oh my God. You can only imagine my reaction. And I said to him, why didn't you lock it on? And he says, who's going to steal an Eftpos terminal? Now that is a valid point. But if that point was so valid, then why the fuck is it locked on to begin with? Answer me that. I'm sure there's some use for them out there for some criminal or I don't know. But don't fucking play games with me, mate. And he was still jangling the keys around like a fucking asshole. He was just like carried on a stick, like expecting me to reach out and grab it. I'm like, just put him on the counter and I'll grab him when I'm ready, you fucking prick. Anyway, he fixed it. Good on him. I hope I never see him again. Because, Jesus Christ, it took me over a week to get that result. To find out that it was already unlocked the whole time. And when I first asked if there's any trick to getting it off, and they said no, I guess they also assumed that it was locked on. So, who's at fault in this story? Probably me for taking so damn long to get all that organized and just to find out, hey, it's not even locked, which is embarrassing as fuck. But, that's just what happens. Anyway, I also thought when I was about to start this podcast tonight that, Jesus Christ, I need a mic stand because I'm slouched over like, what's his name? Larry King. Larry King all slumped over like, I don't know. I don't watch Larry King. I just know that he's slumped. Look him up. You'll see. He's got a hunchback. It's very exciting. And by this point in the story, you have looked up Larry King and be like, hey, I found a photo of him actually standing upright. And I'll be like, you know what? I haven't looked at a photo of Larry King for 30 years. And I'm not even 30 yet. So fuck you. Anyway, tonight was interesting. I actually was going to chuck a load of washing on before I started recording. But you know what? I just hit the record button and washing can wait. Because you know what? Who cares? Clothes smell. I smell. Doesn't matter. Point is, my girlfriend's mate had her 21st birthday tonight. And that's fantastic. Except I got work tomorrow. So, lame. Couldn't have any beers. But we did have a ripper time anyway. My girlfriend's mates always have, like, I wouldn't say, like, the weirdest parties, but they do have, like, a certain, like, I don't know how to say it. Their parties are just, like, they're the sort of party, if I told you about it, you would think it would be so lame, but it's actually fun as fuck. And I love going to their parties all the time. Every time I go, I always have a ripper time. Everyone stands around, they're all so friendly, and there's always some activity lined up. I mean, bad example at this point, but like they just go paintballing, and there's no aftermath. You know, like if I was to go paintballing for my birthday, it would be like, we're having beers before, during, and after the paintballing. But they're literally just paintballing. Whatever, like that's fine. But tonight's one was a bit of fun actually. They hired out a scout hall, and they had all this music going on. It was really cool, and we played Capture the Flag. Mate, I don't know if I ever told you this, but your boy loves sports. I'm not very good at sports. I'm good at some sports, but athletically, I am sorely lacking. In fact, once again, dating the episode here, but tonight was the first time I've ran for the whole of 2020, and we're almost in March. Now, I don't know if that's just me being lazy, or if I've never had a need to run, because I walk at my own pace. I know where I'm going, and I get there when I want to get there. And very rarely will you see me late or too early for something. Sometimes I'm too early, but you know what? It's just because I got long legs, and I'm like stepping over all the shorties. Anyway, Capture the Flag. It was fun as hell, except I was so unfit. I'm walking up, and I'm going to get the flag. I can see it. There's all these people running around everywhere, and I'm like, okay, it's time to make a move. And I just start running, bro. These legs are pumping, and I'm running, and I see one coming up to tag me, and I just do a big step, boom, I'm around him, and I'm like, dude, king of the world right here. And then I see two more, step right through them, king of the world, okay? Almost made it all the way to the end. And I get to the end, and I can't find their safe zone. I got all the way to the end. Oh, I should have specified. We're playing across 2 football lengths. So there's a 200-meter dash between our end and their end with a hill in between. And that was fun. But I could not get the flag because I couldn't fucking find it. But the point is, I did that 200-meter dash twice, and I was in all sorts. As in, like, I actually had to sit down. Because cups of tea are better than cardio. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, we had a great time. Usual story with, I don't know what it is with speeches. I didn't have any speeches at my 21st. Probably because no one likes me. Or probably because no one likes speeches, more likely. But, like, they had a slideshow set up for whose birthday it was. And they'll run through the photos, and I just the dumbest thing came through my head while we were watching this slideshow. Because, like, everyone's sitting around, and we've all set up, like, a theatre sort of thing to watch the projector. And it's all great, and it's going great. But, like, I'm just sitting there. And the first thing that crossed my mind was, man, this slideshow's going for a while. Now that's fine. I don't have a problem with that because the photos are all great. Like whatever, they're just photos. You know what I mean? I'm not going to talk about the pictures. The point is, it's long, but it's interesting. What I thought of though was, what if they just midway through this slideshow, like say a slideshow is 5 minutes long already, and it's going at a relatively good pace with lots of photos, like each one's on the screen for like 2-3 seconds, whatever. What if for just one of the photos, like the most random one, they just made it stay there for 30 seconds? Like, you're just watching and you kind of tune out with slideshows and like, oh, look at that. Oh my God, remember that? Oh, remember that? Oh my God, I can't believe you got that one. Of course they fucking got that one, mate. You're 21st. Of course they got that one. But what if they just, like, there's just a photo of you about to kick a soccer ball when you're like 10 and your leg's like parallel to the earth and it's stuck there and it just stayed for 30 seconds. The music keeps playing. Everything else is normal. Oh, breaking my mic and every fucking thing. Need a mic stand. And it just stays there for 30 seconds. Would people stop talking? Would they laugh? Would they think, hey, it's broken? But the music. See, that would be the thing that would make me think it's not broken because the music would keep going. But the point is, what the fuck am I doing thinking about that in the middle of a fucking slideshow for someone's 21st? Like, that's pretty fucking stupid to me, I think. You couldn't even call that observational. That's just out there. I mean, everyone else is getting into it and I'm there like, man, I wonder. Oh, jeez. What else is on the list here? Quaden. Oh, here comes another thing that, like, in fact, I probably shouldn't do this one because I know that something else is going to come out about this after I record this, and I'm going to upload these not knowing that something came out, and then I'm going to look like the biggest asshole. But, dude, the Quaden situation, first off, everyone feels bad for that kid. Me too. No one should be bullied. I don't even have to say that. In fact, I'm not going to say it because you've heard it. Okay, kids shouldn't have been bullied. And that video that went up, absolutely heartbreaking. I remember when I first watched it, I felt so bad for the kid. I'm like, dude, I want you to come to my house, okay? Pick up the PlayStation controller. I'll get you a cup of tea, some Oreos. You, me, we're playing Call of Duty Zombies all night, okay? That, hands down. That's it. Don't care that he's 9 years old or whatever the age is. He can play COD Zombies with me. I'll keep him safe. And I mean that for real. Probably because I was playing COD at the time. And I was like, this poor kid. If only he knew that, like, there's people out there who would really like to hang out with him, you know? And everyone, like, whoever's bullying him, fuck you, okay? Just because the kid's short and all that, fuck you, okay? Just because he gets out in handball because you do treetops on him, fuck you. Not funny, all right? But the thing that came out about it that was so interesting, the amount of people who are saying that this kid is actually 18 and he's faking the whole thing. What kind of fucking asshole would do that? Okay. Second, they raised over, I mean, this is current right now, I think it was over $700,000. They raised $700,000 for this kid to go to Disneyland. First off, how fucking expensive is a ticket to Disneyland? Because that's a lot of money. Secondly, I should say, why is he so special? Not to discredit him, okay? This is why it's going to make me sound like the asshole. But, like, if every kid came out who was bullied to the level that this kid has been bullied, Disneyland would be full up till the end of next year, at least. And I'm not saying, like, you're putting them in one at a time. I mean, like, at capacity. With kids of that nature. And, that's, like, it sucks, but that's probably how it is. Third, why Disneyland? Don't know if anyone knows much about Quaden, but he has dwarfism. He ain't gonna be able to ride any of the rides, bruh. And any ones he can, he's just gonna get ripped on by the kids at home for going on them. because teacups are lame as fuck. Actually, I take that back. I 100% ride the teacups right now. I'm drinking out of a teacup. Dude, imagine having a cup of tea on a teacup. Anyways, in all seriousness, Quaden, he's a little legend. And the amount of positive stuff that actually came out of that video is really cool. They ended up denying the money for Disneyland, and they've donated it all to a charity that is escaping me right now. I'm sure if I Googled it, I'd find it, but you know what? It went to charity. That's all that matters. Cool. And I hope he's I don't know, like, it's just interesting that, like, how do you react at that age to something like this? You know, you go from being bullied to the bullshit apparently, and then suddenly everyone's your best mate. Everyone. Not like I this will be the last time I'm saying it. I don't condone what happened to him, and like, I'm very happy to see that he's got a smile on his face and all that. That's awesome. But like, it's just interesting that out of all of it, that like he was the one that got it, and how is he gonna grow up now? Like, because if you think about it, it could quickly, like, especially if he became like to that teenage age where you do like throwbacks to when you like, oh, you remember in primary school when you got bullied and then you got a trip to Disneyland and then like you couldn't go because you were too short. How funny is that? Like, what about that point? What about at that point? If a video came out then, would he still get the same recognition? Do you see what I'm trying to say? You know, like he's sitting there, he's still short, but he's got a beard. He's crying, and his mum's like, "This is the results of the bullying. Another taunt, another bullying." That's how she talks in the video, by the way. Good on her though for putting it out. But like, if she's there, she's like, "This is my 17-year-old son, and he's been a victim of another taunt, and we are just sick of it." The thing that ruined the video for me is when she's at the end, she goes, "Whoever does this next better watch the fuck out, I swear." Like, don't discredit yourself like that, mate. Just, I get that you're hurting, but keep it professional, especially if you go in public like that. Okay? Anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. You can see the point I'm trying to make. Like, I get he's upset now, but what happens in the future? And like, yeah. Anyway, good on him. He got to lead the I think it was the AFL team, football team, whatever. He got to lead them out onto the pitch and all that, and kick the ball. Woo. That's the sort of thing that comes out of this, and it's very. How Aussie is that to walk the football team out and get all that recognition? Bunch of pissed at bogans, beer in the plastic cup, shaking it around with the what do they get? They get the bloody what's it called? Oh no, I can't remember. Dagwood dog or whatever it is, that deep fried sausage thing, or corn on the stick, dude. Don't go into the V8 supercars for a bit here, or any racetrack. Whatever they do to the corn at a racetrack, keep doing it, because holy shit, the corn there is so good. Oh man, yeah, that's what you need. You need Quaden to wander out with a footy. Yeah. What else is Australian as fuck? So Australian. I guess I did a little throwback there, but the handball thing. Handball is so Australian. You get your mum and you go to Rebel Sport, and your mum's like trying to find you some new sneakers so you can go to PWSA in primary school. And then you get there and you're at the checkout after spending all that time to pick out the Nike free runs that you get every year anyway. And you stand there and there's that bloody high bounce ball. Don't remember the name of the brand, but good on your brand for making those high bounce balls, because they're the best. Except for the ones that had their footy brands on it. They're a bit low. They're a bit shit. But they're just the plain coloured ones. They were awesome. Where you get one, you hold it in your hand, you just bounce it around, your mum would be like, "Fucking put it back." And you'd be like, "No, mum, I need it for handball at school. We got to play it, okay? We play it every lunch and recess, and if I bring the ball, then I get dibs on the first court, and it's my ball, and like if I get out, I could just pick the ball up and say, well, I'm not playing anymore." And then everyone will be like, "Oh no, you're back in." And I'll be like, "Oh, that's actually all right, yeah. Oh fuck, please get it for me, mum, please. It's only $2. And mum will look at it and be like, "Oh, $2. $2, that's going to set me back a goon bag if I get you too many of them. But you know what? I know your birthday's coming up, so I'll pick it up for you. And she'll buy it for you. And she'll say, no Macca's on the way home. And you go, yeah, right, Mum, yeah, no worries. And then you realise you're getting, I don't know, spaghetti bolognese for dinner again, so you beg for Macca's. Although I guess I wouldn't have. I fucking love spag bol. The point is, you get the high bounce ball. You turn up to school the next day, and you're having a fucking... You just know that you're going to be king of the fucking castle. You can't wait. And you walk into the schoolyard, and all your mates there, and, you know, they run around doing kid shit, like, I don't know, rolling in the dirt. And you just, like, you put your bag down at the classroom, and you pull the high bounce ball out, but you tuck it in your pocket because you just want to keep it a little discreet. Just a little discreet. But you got little kid pockets. So you're walking along, and your pocket is just like heaving with this ball. And you get to the courts, and you just pull it out, mate. That sounds so fucking dirty. Yeah, you get to the courts, and you just pull it out. That's how I won my court case, by the way. Went to the court, pulled it out. Anyways, you pull out the ball, and you hold it high above your head like He-Man with that sword where he goes, I have the power. And all the kids just fucking fall to their knees like, I want to be in first. But you know there's only 4 courts and one of them's yours, so there's only 3. And it's a fucking bloodbath trying to get in. Oh, man. The days of handball. Have you seen Kevin Rudd play handball? Surely you have. 100% you got to watch it. The thing is, I don't want to spend too much time on this podcast here. I'm trying to keep them to like half-hour intervals, but we've gone over. You know what? Bugger it. I'm telling you. So the Kevin Rudd story, not really story, but like something that Kevin Rudd has done that is something that comes up from time to time in my life. But like, you know when you do something for a long time and you just get into a mindset of like, this is how it's done. Like, obviously that's how we learn. That's obviously how things go. There's been a few times where, like, in my life, I come across people and, like, I don't know, let's fucking pull an example out in here. Say playing with Lego, right? For me, playing with Lego, we do it by the book, okay? I want the Death Star to look like the Death Star. I want the motherfucking Harry Potter Hogwarts Tower to look like the motherfucking Harry Hogwarts Tower, because I started. But then you get that, like, one kid and he comes over, you haven't had him over before. And he goes, what do you want to do? And because, you know, you fucking love Lego, you're going, oh, just play with Lego. And, like, I'd be the kid that would pull the book out, and I'd sit there, and I'm, like, trying to find the pieces. And this other kid would just fucking dive in head first with a swimming mask, trying to find nothing, because he's making nothing, because I've got the fucking book. So I'm there, like, what the fuck is he doing? But he's just going off the rails. And he's doing it differently. Now, that is fine. He's doing it differently. The thing that gets me about doing it differently, though, is when you do it wrong. I guess now I think about it, Lego isn't the best example of doing it wrong because it's creativity. There is no right. But when I say doing it wrong with Kevin Rudd, he plays handball with primary school students, and it's a fucking huge meme, and it is hilarious, especially when you see some of the edits they do for it where he smacks and it blows up like a nuclear bomb. Oh, God damn, that's funny. But he'll do things like he'll power shot off the start, like off the serve, get a full, and then like the other kids will play it properly back to him, and then he'll slap it and it'll just go straight out. And no, because he's the XPM or whatever, no one will call him out. Like no one will say, you're out, Rudd. Except for his political party, maybe. No one will say, you're out, mate, get to the back of the line. And I'm watching these videos and I get a little twinge of anger because I'm like, he's fucking out. He fooled it, wasn't even on the line, okay? He fooled it. He also dog shot it off the start. You don't fucking dog shot off the start, Kevin. Listen to this, Kevin, okay? You play an easy starter so that your opponent can do a power shot and then you can power shot him back. And that's not even me telling you how to play it right. That is the written rules. The written rules is you do in your court a gentle serve above the waistline. That's how it is. After that, you get into the hectic shit. None of this fucking power shot off the serve. That's bitch shit, Kev. There's bitch shit. You know what else he does? Is he fucking celebrates too hard. Like, he'll get a kid out for cheating. He fucking cheats, okay? Plays wrong. Doesn't get called out. Plays wrong. Then he gets a kid out, and the whole of the primary school or whatever school he's at is going nuts. And he'll run around like he's just knocked out Conor McGregor in the UFC. He was fucking high-fiving every cunt, like fucking... Yeah, Kevin 07. Oh, you're fucking late on that one, mate. When's Kevin 27 coming out? Probably fucking 6 years from now. 7 years from now, maybe. Anyway, the cup of tea is finished. The point is, Kevin Rudd, he doesn't play handball properly, and it pisses me off. Jesus Christ, it wouldn't be a privileged white boy if that's the only thing that fucking pisses me off. There's people out there getting fucking shot, blown up, but Kevin Rudd playing handball wrong, fuck that. That pisses me off. Oh, man, you know what? We might as well make it an even 40. I got fucking 4 minutes left. Let's do a quickie. I don't know what to talk about. I finished my cup of tea. Did I? Let's have a look. Oh, there's a little drop left. Hang on. 36 minutes and 18 seconds to finish a cup of tea. Oh, it was a good one. Anyway, it's getting late. I don't even know if these are going to be any good. I'm thinking that... Actually, yes, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to address the time gap that you're going to experience. So currently, because it's the very early days, I want to build up like a bit of a back catalogue. My fucking throat's been fucked today, forgive me. I want to build up like a bit of a back catalogue of like 4 or 5 podcasts, and I want to upload them intermittently. I'm thinking weekly, but that might be a bit long. Regardless, I'm going to get a bit of a wind up, and then slowly but surely they're going to catch up, so the topics will start to blend to be more current, because by the time this comes out, that thing about Quaden is probably going to be well irrelevant, and you'll be there like, I don't give a fuck about that kid, or you'll be there like, that kid did insert situation, and this guy's an asshole for even mentioning it. So I need to make sure that you're aware this is happening in February. Currently Quaden is still top dog, and he's the kid that I want to play COD Zombies with. And if anything like that changes, fuck you, I'll still play COD Zombies with him. But you know he's not getting the revive if he goes down, if he's an arsehole. And you know he's not getting the wonder weapon. And you know I'm headshotting all his zombies so he don't get no points. And you know that I'm stealing his barricade. Oh, that kid's going to be stuck on the M1911 for fucking 10 rounds because he's going to have no points. And I'm going to let him go down if he does get a good gun. And he'll be like, please come and revive me. And I'll be like, I don't know how. Oh, my square button's broken. Oh, alright. On that note, we're going to call it a night. Thank you for listening. I hope I didn't upset you all with talking to you about Kevin 07. Sick cunt. Yeah. I still had another topic to talk about too. Oh well, guess what? Save that one for next time. Got something to look forward to. Wonder what it was. I bet it was something really, really, really exciting. Because the KP podcast is full of really, really, really exciting content. I'm always, you know what? I'm starting the next one with 3 reallys. Really, really, really exciting. Because the rule of 3s. Alright. I'm obviously talking nonsense. And it's really, really, really irrelevant. Really, really, really. Tickle my pickle. Really, really, really irrelevant. Really, 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 really. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm bothering waiting for the 40-minute mark. Have a sick one, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.